Hey guys, what's up? Back here with another YouTube video. In this video, I'm going to do something a little bit different than what I did in my last video. This is going to be a versus battle matchup video, as you can guess in the title. I'm going to be doing Season 1 All Might versus Endeavor. As many of you guys may have known, All Might was the number one hero for a long time. And the only person that legitimately had a chance, or legitimately saw that he had a chance to surpass him, was Endeavor. Prime All Might was a complete monster. But as stated from All Might himself, he was never the same after he sustained heavy injuries during his fight with All For One that happened before the series started. Very, very few people knew that All Might was injured, and very few people knew that All Might was not as strong as he was before. He kept this out of the public and used the remaining power that he had to keep up the act of him being the number one hero. This got me thinking. A Prime All Might is probably the strongest character in this show so far, and would probably destroy anyone in the show in a one-on-one fight. Except maybe All For One if you wank him a little bit, even though All Might did beat him twice. But injured All Might makes a nice discussion for versus battles. And I thought, why not compare him to the man that has been chasing after All Might for seemingly his whole career, which is Endeavor. Okay, before we get to the fight itself, let's talk about the powers and capabilities of each character. All Might's main power is super strength and super speed, aka one for all. Injured All Might, despite being far from his prime, was no slouch. In his fight against Nomu, he was able to throw 300 punches in under 60 seconds. Each punch having the force of over 100% of his full weakened power. He was able to overwhelm a villain whose main quirk was shock absorption. Literally, this villain, the Nomu, was genetically engineered to take a punch from All Might. And he was still able to overwhelm him. This is like a fire burning so hot that a fire extinguisher could take it out. So literally, something that's made to counter him couldn't counter him. That's a valid way to describe his fight with Nomu. Not only was he able to do that, but during the Bakugo retrieval mission, he was able to reach Bakugo, who was seemingly miles away, in a mere few seconds. A tired and exhausted All Might was able to tank shots that seemingly leveled the surrounding city, all while being tired and not even going all out because he didn't want to hurt the surrounding civilians. At the very beginning of the show, All Might is able to punch hard enough to cause it to rain and create tall wind cyclones. And he did this while fighting basically a fluff villain. Being that my hero has not been going on for a long time and All Might has not really gotten into crazy amount of fights, this is about everything that we can get from trying to talk about the capabilities of an injured All Might. Now on to Endeavor. Endeavor's main power is flame manipulation. He can shoot fire, heat things up, throw fireballs, he can prevent himself from falling, and a lot of things related to fire is basically his power. Similar to Injured All Might, we do not have too much to go off of for Endeavor either. During the Stain arc, we see Endeavor solo and seemingly one-shot several Nomus. These Nomus are weaker than the one that All Might beat, but he was able to take care of these Nomus with ease, without even trying almost. Endeavor's flames were able to reach temperatures that will cause cells to carbonize, which makes it so characters that have any regeneration quirk not be able to regenerate, completely nullifying the whole regenerative process. These heats, the flames that was able to carbonize the cells were anywhere between 2,700 to 3,000 degrees. Some people have elaborated. In the latest season of My Hero Academia, we see Endeavor fight a much stronger Nomu. Albeit with a little bit of help with Hawks, he was able to take this Nomu down. This Nomu had cognitive thought and was on a completely different level as opposed to the Nomu All Might had defeated. Now, on to the versus fight. If an injured All Might had to fight Endeavor, I think it would be an amazing fight, hands down. The top two heroes duking it out for the number one spot would be amazing, and I'm sure anyone would love to see that. Both Endeavor and All Might seem to be amazing close quarter fighters. They have amazing long range moves as well. All Might, despite being only super strong with his abilities, is able to close the gap against any type of fighter that he fights against just because of how fast he is. We see that in both of the fights that he was able to do. If we were to base this off of how they performed in the Nomu fight, I would probably give the fight to Endeavor. But the thing is, the fight against All For One does exist. The fight against All For One brings All Might into a new level of power scaling. It's hard to gauge just how strong All Might was in that fight, as All Might did everything that he did while holding back. If All Might can manage to hit Endeavor with the United States Smash, then All Might can take the fight no problem with a single punch. But the thing is, can All Might hit Endeavor with that punch? Endeavor's flames are no joke, as we have seen in my previous discussion. He was able to beat and burn characters to death that seemingly had near perfect regeneration. From what I know, All Might does not have any regenerative powers. He does have insane durability, though. Can All Might tank Endeavor's flames? If I had to bet, I don't think that he could tank his flames if they were to reach the maximum temperature. In order for Endeavor's flames to reach those points of hotness and heat, he would have to focus the flames into a certain area. He couldn't just excel it outside, all like around his body. We haven't seen him do that for a while, I know. If I had to pick who I think would win in a fight, I would probably have to go with the injured All Might. The reason for that is because All Might's speed is still too much for, frankly, anyone to overcome. We haven't seen Endeavor react to seemingly godly level speed in any fights that we've witnessed. As far as I know, Endeavor does not have insane durability like All Might does. So I don't think Endeavor could tank a lot of punches from All Might. And considering that All Might has the ability, even injured, to throw 300 punches in less than 60 seconds, I don't think there is really anyone that can tank that. Frankly, I don't think Endeavor's fighting style matches up too well against All Might. All Might is frankly the best close quarters fighter in the show. Nobody can probably tank multiple punches from him. All Might can close the gap really fast against anyone, and when it comes to punches, we all know who would win. However, I will say this. Given the proper scenario, I do believe Endeavor could win. He would just have to get lucky and somehow find a way to slow down and find out a way to outlast All Might's transformation. If he, for whatever reason, can outlast All Might's transformation, he obviously can take the cake. The point is, though, can he dodge those punches and dodge All Might for that long? I don't think he can. But if he can, which is a huge, huge, huge if, very huge if, he might have a tiny chance. Even after a serious injury, All Might is still too fast and too strong for anyone to deal with in a fight. One for All is just too much to handle. That's it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. All right. See you guys. Bye.